Welcome back to the She Can channel, where we're building up the largest online library of women role models. So we interview women from all over the world on their journey, how they got to where they are today. And I'm very excited to talk to Cinde Dolphin today. Cinde, you are a four-time cancer survivor. You're the founder of KILI. So tell us a bit more about yourself and how you got to where you are today.
Well, it's been an amazing journey. And let me also say that I am just honored to be included in this library. It is truly an arcade of people and women who have done a lot to change the world. So thank you for including me. My journey was interesting in that I started in the corporate world. I was a marketing professional for large companies, including the largest beer company in the United States. And after 23 years, I realized that I didn't feel fulfilled. I had a great career, but I didn't have something I was passionate about. And around that time was when I had surgery for my first round of breast cancer. And I came out of that surgery with odd bulbs attached to my body, which was a surprise. And unfortunately, no one told me that was going to be a part of my recovery process. So I decided that was not going to work for me. And I didn't think it would probably be the most convenient way of managing these drains. So fast forward, I had about a total of 11 surgeries that included having to deal with these ugly little drains. So leaving the big world of corporate business, I turned to develop a solution, a really simple solution for not just women, but for anyone that had surgery that would have to deal with these drains. So it was a wonderful journey. I'm so glad I learned a lot in my professional career in adult beverages because I could apply it to now being a part of a community that really is compassionate and addressing issues that affect patients every day.
Cinde, so effectively you've developed and patented a simple mesh apron that carries all those drains to increase patients' mobility and therefore their recovery process, right? So tell us a little bit what your main motivator is, how you came up with it. And obviously you came up because you had a need for it. So you looked for a solution. Tell us a little bit how you then went to design this apron and how you got started.
It's a kind of an interesting story that my last surgery, I knew I would have these awful little drains. So I took a canvas apron like you would use in woodworking or, chores around the house to hold my drains rather than the safety pins, which they traditionally use. The pins are used to put those drains on your gown. And then when it comes to changing the gown, you've got to let them dangle. So I brought this canvas apron and the nurses congratulated me. They said, this is exactly what's needed. We are so frustrated because safety pins require a lot of time. They can actually puncture the drain, which makes it not useful at all. So they encouraged me to actually come up with a solution that would be better for them and for the patient. And I came home and I thought about bathing, how critical bathing is after you're having the surgery. And I thought instead of a canvas apron, how about a mesh apron that would be able to join that patient in the shower and then be a quick dry off after the shower and safely contain those drains so you didn't have to worry about them tearing from their sutures. So I developed my prototype based on cutting up a bunch of laundry bags and putting them together in a way that included a waistband and ties. And I came up with I thought a good solution. I was fortunate to have a wonderful plastic surgeon who said he would sample it with his patients, and they came back with two thumbs ups and said, "This is so much better than what is being used in the conventional environment." So I felt like I had a winner and went on to commercial manufacturing and now supplying them to hospitals throughout the United States.
Cinde, so what is your main motivator going forwards now that you set up this business is very successful? You got that into very many different hospitals, making patients' lives better that are in those situations that you were in.
Yeah. I am also involved with women in Africa. So I took my simple apron with me when I went to Africa to work with a woman's microloan group. And they were looking for ways to earn money to pay for school fees or health care for their families. And they had a small community sewing machine that was a treadle sewing machine because they don't really have electricity. So based on my design, we took their local textiles and made a pattern and started making these beautiful aprons that can also be used to hold drains. So they have now got a small business in Tanzania and in Kenya where they make these aprons. I buy them, I bring them to the US. So they are sold to gift shops at hospitals, in small stores here in the United States. So this is providing income for these women who actually now are growing and making farming a part of their business model, as well as sewing and other small items they can make with the use of that sewing machine that's in the community. So my forward goal is to keep them busy and to see where else we can go with that microloan model.
Amazing, Cinde. That sounds like a really beautiful circle of things feeding each other. Cinde, what would you say are your top qualities? What makes you so good at what you do now?
I'd say tenacity, resilience, and then compassion. So having worn the shoes that the people that are going through their surgical procedures have worn, it gives me an insider view on what is needed, and that compassion or empathy has probably been the main driver. I just don't want others to have to face this recovery process with inconvenience and embarrassment. I mean, wearing these drains, you don't want anyone to see you. They're full of blood and mucus. And oh, please don't let anyone see me while I'm wearing these drains. And now there's a wonderful, beautiful way of managing the drains and feeling good about yourself. So it's mostly compassion, but also I've had to be pretty persistent in this business.
Amazing, Cinde, and you must be incredibly resilient. How do you think you got so resilient? You also won the Patient of Courage Award this year, 2023, which is really inspiring. Tell us a little bit more about that and what you are most proud of.
I am so humbled by receiving this award. The people that have gone before me and received the award are stories of true resiliency, having been burned over 80% of their body, born with a birth defect that seemed impossible to overcome. And these plastic surgeons have been amazing in terms of giving care to people who thought they didn't have any hope. And so it has been my honor to be given this award. They gave it to me, I believe, because I had the hope of seeing beyond having cancer. So once you go through cancer 4 times, you're like, holy smokes, can I do it again? But I felt like if I am going to get it again, I'm going to make it easier for me and for whoever else is going to have this diagnosis. So the patient of courage was kind of a validation that if we can lay the groundwork for others after we've been through a difficult situation, then it's like paying it forward. So I feel like it's kind of a nod to paying it forward to other patients.
Thank you for that, Cinde. Cindy, so what top tips would you give to a woman who is going through a breast cancer journey right now, a diagnosis, and is dealing with this right now?
Gather all of your friends and family and loved ones to be there for you. And don't be afraid to ask for help. It is a vulnerable position to be in, and you can ask for help. And in fact, people are looking for opportunities to help. So you're giving them something to do if you can ask them to help you out. And it's simple as maybe just coming by to walk the dog or doing a little dusting while you're recovering. It's a wonderful experience to give others to witness how you're coming through it. And then I'd also tell them that there's opportunities to regain your independence slowly but surely. Don't try to do it too fast, but give yourself time and then feel comfortable of being a survivor and coming through it with hope and tenacity.
Amazing, Cindy. Thank you so much for that. Cindy, so what are your plans, your goals? Is there something you're working towards?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, we have just received our first order from another country. So Romania is now starting to adopt our product and bringing it to the hospitals throughout the country. And now we hope to spread beyond Romania into the European Union. So we're taking this business and going on the road to international markets.
Amazing, Cindy. I'm so grateful for your incredible invention, your level of service, and thank you so much for talking to me today.
Thank you, Stephanie. It's been my pleasure to be a part of your incredible program. Thank you.